So let me ask you this before we go on a quick commercial break. The game's on the line. You have 5 seconds left. Down two. Down. Who you giving the ball to, LeBron or Jordan?
Ray Allen.
All right.
Hey guys, we're back again with another episode of the Educated Nerds podcast. Today, we're just gonna give you what we got. We got a lot of good stuff, and we're really excited to share it with you. So let's hop into it. I just wanted to start off with saying hi to my guys. How are you guys doing? You guys have any updates or anything that you want to get off your chest as we start this off?
Low?
The boy graduated, did a little quarantine type graduation. Went with my mom and dad, took some pictures, so that was big. Graduated college, so it's a big accomplishment in my family. So just glad I was able to do that, and looking forward to what's next.
Yeah, I was gonna say that big congrats to you, bro. And we've seen you for the last 2 years on your journey, and so just happy to see you finish out. And like you said, that's a big accomplishment.
Didn't think you could do it.
Very proud of. I know there's a lot of times I was wondering if he was gonna make it through. Some classes was
worried.
Wow.
But yeah, bro, big congrats to you, and hopefully we can celebrate it at the right time and send you off right, because you did it.
Most likely.
But yeah, for sure. So I had a question for you guys. We I think like you go through your basketball journey and you play for however long, and we play for a while, but I just wanted to kind of ask you guys, like, who do you think like the best guy or like best team like you've ever played against, or like even with like some of the best players you played with, against some of the best teams you played?
I'll start. Well, I think the best team that I played in my college career was when I was with Omaha. We played at Iowa State, and that was when they had like Monte Morris and Deontay Burton and guys like that. And that was probably like the only time in my basketball career where I really thought like we were on our heels the entire game. And like we just hit the court, and I think we ended up losing by like 45 or something like that. Yeah, it was bad. They had a packed crowd. Like because like you guys know, you get to the arena like probably like an hour and a half before. And fans usually aren't in there, but like when we played Iowa State, I walked out there and it was already full, like all the way up to the nosebleeds, like yelling, screaming, full.
Was it like a GCU? Like it was like GCU type of atmosphere?
I think it was crazy. I'm biased, but I think it was crazier than GCU.
Dang.
But Monte Morris was on the team. He obviously is on the Nuggets now, but he was cooking us.
Both of them are in the league. Him and Deontay Burton, and he's a buck.
Yeah, Deontay Burton tried to dunk on me, and I blocked his shot.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
I was like probably 205 pounds at the time, so.
Dang.
Do you have like outside of like, I wanted to cover like the whole thing. So did you have like any other guys that you think of like growing up? Because I know you're from Colorado, so you got plenty of dudes that you played against like growing up.
Well, not necessarily basketball, but I've talked about it. Christian McCaffrey's from my hometown, so I played him in basketball. He went to he played basketball at a Christian school here. It was called Valor Christian, and he played football there. So I got to watch him cook our football team every single year, and now the dude's killing in the league. So that's probably like, if I had to say like the best athlete that I've played across all my sports, it's definitely Christian. It was crazy watching him play football, even in high school. Like, because like his dad, Ed McCaffrey, used to coach Little League, like Pee Wee football. So like we've been around him for a while, and yeah, he gave us a lot of problems.
That's tough. Okay.
You from LA, so I know, bro. The list got to be long. I mean,
it's a
especially
lot.
yeah. So I mean, like the best guy you think you've ever played against,
Wow.
or even list a couple, bro. I mean, like I said, you from LA, so.
Well, first I'm gonna start with high school first. So high school, I'll probably say, man, that's tough. I'm probably gonna have to say Fairfax, just on the fact that they had a lot of guys go D1, like straight out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I know like that year they had like LJ Curry. Who else? I can't remember.
Ridiculous bounce.
Ridiculous bounce. OD bounce. Like him. Who else? Honestly, like that whole Fairfax team. Like I can't remember off the top of my head, but like
Was Leslie was on that, right?
Yep, there you go.
And then what's his name? I can't think of his name. He was cold. He got hurt like his last year.
Gibson.
Donald Gibson. Donald was cold.
Yeah,
I remember watching him play. Donald was cold.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he was the best player on that team. Like he could do it all. But I mean, they were solid.
Yeah, I'll say for sure during high school, I'll have to go with Fairfax. Just that whole, just playing them in those tournaments, and obviously just playing them like outside of competition too, like outside of league, for sure would be them. And then in college is tough because like I've been like around a lot, but as far as like arena type vibe and like competition, I'll probably have to say like, man, maybe Texas, maybe. And even them, I felt like we could have really beat them, like, cause even like we were down.
We definitely could have beat them.
You know.
Sure.
So I didn't go to a big college, you know.
Like fans like that.
And I did, and I felt like we had way more fans than them. And me personally, I didn't go to a big time school, so I didn't really play against big time guys. But I think honestly, like in JUCO though, you playing against a lot of killers, guys who like got a lot to prove. So a lot of guys are tough, you know, especially throughout the JUCO period. But then as far as NBA talent, obviously I'm in LA, so I got to play against like D Book, Andre Drummond, Nick Young. Who else? I've seen Ben Simmons, Russell Harden play at UCLA. Like I wasn't like playing like against them, but like I've seen them play up in person, like you know, like there, and then like obviously, so I'll definitely say some of those names because it's LA. You know, LA. Not trying to be biased, but LA's like the mecca of basketball. I'm sorry, like we got the best hoopers. So
not
like,
Denver.
Denver, who they got? They got Zach Parag. So I mean that's you know.
We ain't got much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of I think LA and really California is very underrated for like hoopers. I mean, we got plenty of dudes that come out of the IE, LA. Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Oh,
I
like
think people
out of like the East Coast guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think East Coast gets a lot more love. I mean, like, bro, we got Paul Pierce. I mean, bro, like Russ,
Paul George, Russ, James,
like, bro, like so many dudes that like just. I think people forget where they're really from. Like when they get to the league, they forget. Oh yeah, they're from here. Like bro, Darren Collison, like right down the street from me. So
and then some upcoming guys like Spencer Dinwiddie's a bucket. Like he's from out here too. Like
tough. So
went to Boulder though.
People forget. Yeah, that is true. He's Colorado. That's not the same thing though.
Yeah, I'll say that though.
For sure. Yeah, so growing up, bro, I remember travel ball and then really high school. I mean, I played against the Ball brothers, or not. I played against two of them. I didn't play against Melo, but I mean, growing up, we played against them their whole time coming up, and obviously they're younger. But like once I got into high school, Zoe's first year was my sophomore year because he's only a year younger than us, and so, bro, he came out and did his thing. Still young, but like that, our junior year they popped us. Wow. But I remember our senior year, our senior year, I think like if it was because that next year they had all three of them. I think if we got a chance to play against them, they would have lost. I think we would have handed them that first L, for real. that team that went undefeated. But no, we played against them. Zoe was crazy. Like they would throw that full court pass and like,
Yeah.
bro, they're putting up 100 on people like quick. And I remember we in high school we had to like when we played against them. I remember that week like preparing for it. Like all we did was we would play defense. Like you know how like same thing. Like we had the practice guys, the guys that really didn't really play.
Yeah.
And so they would act as like the ball brothers. And so we'd be down on offense, come down, make a bucket, and then we were sending 2 guys back so that Jello like just mimicking Jello, like so they couldn't get that pass off. But I remember playing them OD. Played against Marquise Chris. I forgot. He's with the Warriors now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember playing against him. Stupid bounce. Stupid bounce. And high school, bro. High school, like, bro, like you're not like, bro, how many 6'10" dudes did you see in high school like that? You're not seeing that. And so I remember one time we were playing down at the American Sports Center out in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody shot it. They came down on a break and bro threw it like behind him. And my teammate, I'm like running on the side. So I see my teammate like right in front of the basket. And this dude decides to take a charge. Like just stands right there. And bro took off from like the dotted line. But like he caught it and I was like, oh, bro just fell back into the basket. But nah, I played against him. Who else? Bro, there's some cats. D'Anthony Milton.
You don't even remember that you played with.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
I remember playing against DeAndre Ayton when they played up. And I think I was like a freshman. I just finished my freshman year or something like that. But they had like a team play up. And bro was like 6'8" at like 13. Late, like not even 13. I don't even know how old he was, but huge.
Probably older than you said he was.
Yeah, for sure. It had to be. But like they had like a middle school team that was stacked. But like they played up. Yeah, bro. But I just wanted to see, what about teams? You guys have any teams that you remember that just like not even like any like league guys, but you just remember like, bro, they were just
like club teams?
killed us. Club teams or like high school teams that you guys played against that were just, I know Low said Fairfax, but
I'm pretty sure you know this, Micah, but you know Dino's, the Pangos All-American camp?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Belmont Shore, like when they had like, who they had, but they had like.
They had Tyler?
Yep. Like, bro, I'm talking about like, you have guys that are just like, ball is like, handles type, you know what I'm saying? Just crazy. And from Cali too, like OD. So I'll say that team for sure, like how they're stacked, especially seeing all that talent, like guys who can handle the ball and then just go out and just have fun with it, you know?
What's like the super popular prep school that everyone goes to?
Mount Vernon or Oak Hill?
Or are you talking about Finley?
Finley. I played against Finley prep. I played Finley
really?
prep. Yeah. And I think it was a club tournament in Vegas.
Yep.
We played Finley.
Who was on that team?
I don't think it was their top team, but we got killed still.
Yikes.
But
wow.
I can't remember if it was when I was playing with Thunder Ridge, my high school, or if I was playing with Colorado Chaos. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was my high school team, which was love those guys, but we obviously not as good as a club team.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I think we played them. It was either in Vegas or it was in Cali. I can't remember, but it was at a high school, and yeah, they killed us.
That's crazy.
I remember we played in a summer league game with my high school team, and my high school team, I thought we were pretty stacked. I mean, we were good, but we played Bishop Gorman, and that was the year that was going into my junior year, and they had everybody. Chase Jeter. You remember Zimmer? You guys remember Zimmerman? What is his first name? I can't think of his first name.
Steven Zimmerman?
Yeah, Stephen Zimmerman. They had this point guard. I think he was at UNLV, and then he went somewhere else, but cold. They had a wing. What's his name? His bro, he was bouncy. His name was like Nate or something like that. Stupid bounce. And they smacked us, bro. I mean, like, you got 2 7-footers, one that went to Duke, and they're both, or not both of them are in the league, but
I don't know where Zimmerman is now.
Or he was in the league for a little bit. So
he's on the G League with Orlando.
Oh, he is?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Nah, they smacked us, bro. But I remember that vividly. Like they was
He was
getting
our
knocked.
year. He was 2015, right?
Yeah. You want
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
though? Like you'll be in high school playing against all these guys, right? Like, like the guys we mentioned right now. And then like
yeah.
some of them like won't be in the league or some of them like be doing something randomly. It's kind of like crazy how just things just be like it's hard to keep up that hype moving forward, like to really continue to
But
keep
what
it
was that? Like
guys.
5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Or there's dudes that like you didn't think that like they were good, but you didn't think like, oh, they're league. Like there's this dude, I can't remember what high school he went to, but Chandler Hutchinson. He plays for the Bulls. And like I didn't think he was gonna be like he was cold in high school, like he was doing his thing, but I didn't think he was gonna be like a league dude. But
Yeah.
like they're just dudes like
That's what
that. Like
happened
you
with Derek White.
Yeah.
oh
This
yeah,
story's crazy,
So
bro.
he went to he's from Colorado kid. He went to UCCS, a Division II out of high school, and he spent 4 years there. And then he grad transferred to Boulder for his last year, and then ended up getting drafted.
It's
Crazy.
crazy.
And that's the thing,
that's like the dude from
like out of high school, dude, like people you would have never like looked at him and just said that he was going to go to the league. And he's like he makes a difference on the Spurs and stuff now. Like
And he be
right
dunking on people and be violating
Yeah.
people.
catching slight bodies. But that's like
it's crazy.
the dude that plays for Miami, the shooter, Robinson. I can't think of his first name, but
Really?
he was at
Duncan Robinson?
Duncan. He was at like a D3, and
D3.
he put up good numbers there, but he was like, nah, I want to go back home, and so
Well,
he
that's
sent
like
his
I mean,
tape.
if you watch
He
The
sent his
Last
tape of
Dance,
a
like
minute.
Scottie Pippen didn't like to go to a crazy big school. Same with Dennis Rodman.
Right.
Like
Right, that's
it's
true.
just
But I
interesting
feel
how
like
that
it's
works.
different back in like that day
It
because
was.
like
It definitely was.
Division
Recruiting was
One
different.
was right. Like it wasn't. I wouldn't say it wasn't a big deal probably because I don't really know, but I feel like
It was just part of it.
dudes was going wherever and they just got a shot. They found their way into the league.
Well, exactly, and it was
It
just
wasn't
harder
like that.
by getting your name out there and stuff.
Right.
hmm Yeah, they didn't have no film. It wasn't like, I shouldn't say they didn't have any film, but people weren't. It wasn't like it is today where you got cameras everywhere. So like, even if you're underrated, like you're still gonna get a shot. They're gonna find you.
Yeah, there's no
For
huddle.
sure.
There's no anything like that.
Yeah,
Seems to be
facts. But so and then kind of along those lines, like you guys have any most memorable games like for your entire career? Like it doesn't even matter what age you were, but just something like you remember, like you're getting buckets that game where you was getting knocked.
One of my most memorable games was probably a high school game. We had this. They definitely weren't our rivals, but it was like they were like just as good as us, and I think we were ranked 2 in the state or they were ranked 1, or like vice versa. And it was Regis Jesuit, and we played at Regis, and it was a crazy game. Like our fans packed their place. Like I ended up dunking on 2 dudes in the same play.
Oh my
Really cool.
God.
And like our fans were going so crazy they broke their bleachers, and like the next day at school they had like a big like plywood of their bleachers, and they were like we were all signing it and stuff because we ended up winning, and it was crazy. That's probably one of my most memorable games. That was senior year of high school. Yeah.
For me, it's probably gonna be senior year of high school too. We played against it was LA City section. What was it? Right before going to the championship game. And I mean, if you guys don't know by now, like the Euro step is like that's like know the scout, right? So I have I'm gonna try to put that in here, but nah, man, it was just like the game was going smooth. We were down, and like the last like 5 seconds, we just drew up a play, and then like I still remember to this day, teammate like threw it to like half court, and like I just like caught it, and like I had like 2 defenders on me, and I just like did like a quick spin like Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? And it went straight down. Hey,
Did it look as good though?
Honestly, it looked.
I need the tape. I need the tape. I had to see the tape.
It looked like D Wade on Kevin Garnett, to be honest. But
like that,
bro, I'm talking about coming downhill and just finish and game. So like I would say that. I mean, obviously I have bigger, college and stuff, but I just feel like I always reflect back to high school, like because that's when I had like the most fun. So
right?
I say that.
That's probably like when you like first like really started to like fall in love with the game. I bet.
Facts.
that's when it was for me because I always loved basketball, but like once I like figured out that's what I want to do, that's when I started to like really love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, high school was. I would say the same thing. My most memorable game probably, among others, but like the ones that really stick out to me is like senior year. We made it to the we won state, and so we played in state championship game, and like I was like on my team, like I was one of the top scorers, but like I wasn't scoring 20 a game. But this game, I just had a good game. Like we played at Cal Berkeley, and I remember the first half I had a smooth little jumper, but then I didn't score the rest of the half. And then the second half came around, and y'all know me, like I just need to kind of see 1, 2 go in, and then it's a wrap. And so I just started shooting. So I got like 5 off. I finished with like 17, but like it's a state championship game. I hit like 3 or 4 in a row.
Wow.
And I remember one. You guys know how I'll be losing the ball, so like I'll shoot it and then it'll go off. And so I lost it, right? Like I already hit like a couple, but I lost it. And I remember just tapping it out to my teammate, and he threw it back to me, and I hit another one. And I just remember like the whole atmosphere was crazy. Like it's a state championship game; it doesn't get any bigger than that. And so our crowd, our student section was going crazy. They're like hella people came up, and then like just kind of do it in front of like my parents and my grandma and my grandfather. So like that was cool. Like that was most memorable. But then I think like my first bucket at CBU, like that was a big one because like I had been through like my basketball journey had been rough up until then. Like so to see like one go in like that, I forgot who we were playing. I think it was Cal State LA, and they let me go in the last couple of minutes of the game, and Danny King hit me in the corner for a pass, and I knocked it down. And I was just like, it just felt good because, I mean, you work hard and all that. And so to see like the first one at like that level, like the level that you're trying to play at,
right,
go in was really cool. So that's it for me.
That's like, I guess a good question. Like, what was your first, like, for you guys, what was your first like NCAA bucket?
Yeah, that one.
I feel like everyone remembers it.
Well, you gotta remember yours.
See,
you just had so many, you can't remember, can you?
Yeah,
they was letting you get it off at Notre Dame.
No, I'm with JUCO, and JUCO, man.
Nah, he talking about
NCAA.
Oh, NCAA.
Yeah.
Oh, a dunk.
A dunk? That was your first? Mine was a dunk too at Omaha. It was my first points.
Yeah, and it was bad too. Very, very bad. Very, very.
One or two?
Huh?
One or two? One or two hands?
Oh, it was one hand. So throw ahead, because now I'm playing on the wing now. So throw ahead, right? Just go and just boom, and dude's like on my back, bro. Like, and he falls. I swear, no cap. He falls from like from like high in the sky and just lands on the ground. But I'm just like, dang, bro, my back. But yeah, I flushed that thing though. So that was crazy. So I have to say that one for sure.
Yeah, mine was a dunk at Omaha. I got a pass off, like a dump off, one-handed dunk. I rarely do those. You guys know that, but
wow.
It was a one-handed dunk. We were playing it was, I think, either an NAIA school or D2 school, but it was like our first game of the season. And I went up on the dude, and I think he either tried to take a charge or I elbowed him. I don't remember, but he was on the floor, and then I jumped over him and one-handed dunk off 2 feet.
Oh my God,
that's funny. So, Last Dance, we finished it.
Yep.
All the episodes done. I finished all of them. Y'all get a chance to watch all of them. Get it all.
Watched all 10.
Me too.
So what did you guys think? What was your thoughts like overall, the whole thing from episode 1 to 10? What did you guys think about it?
GOAT.
And honestly, go ahead and retweet that, and then comment and favorite it too, because I'm gonna just keep this short. But from the mentality standpoint, to then how you hold your teammates accountable, and then how you show up to work every single day, is different, bro. And at the same time too, he's been going through certain things, like he's dealt with, the whole story, even like before NBA, like, being cut and all that stuff. But it's like, bro, like the way how he approaches the game is different. It's different. And
I liked how like you saw like he had to get an edge every single time.
yep.
Like he found something, whether it was like
Mm-hmm.
something little, like something like minor.
Minor.
Like he was just like that would be his motivating factor to go off that game. Like
Right.
I think that's just like that's a mentality that a lot of people don't have. Like I just think it's like it's just a killer mentality. Like he's going to be you. Like whatever it takes, no matter how long it takes, he's going to be you.
Yeah,
And I just think that's just what's crazy about him.
Yeah, I like that part too because well, first off, like at least for me, like obviously growing up, you would watch like some highlights here and there on YouTube, but I wasn't seeing like a bunch of game film, and I think that's what they did. They put a lot of game film in there that like you probably wouldn't, you're not just gonna find on YouTube like that, and like just watching the way he competed, like from the moment he stepped into the league, like it was like I got something to prove, like, and it wasn't obviously as a rookie you're gonna play like that, but it was like continuous throughout the career that he had. But like I just think back on like I think it was his rookie year, they like he got hurt, or like maybe his second year he got hurt
He broke his
and
foot.
broke his foot, came back, bro. Like he was saying like I was going crazy on like 14 minutes, like 7-minute integrals or something like that. Like he was barely playing, going crazy, and then like they were like one game from making it into the playoffs, and he had maxed out his minutes, but like he wanted so bad to like win, and like just like the drive that he had, like that was like, I mean, like you said, it's different. Like nobody, very few people have that in them, and so like to see that was like it was inspirational and like and really crazy, and then just like to see like what other people were saying about him, like the Celtics, I forgot who it was, but they're like, it was like we were playing against God. Like, bro went off for like 63, like
Come on.
crazy.
Well, just there's no answer for it. Like you saw like the Jordan rules, like that Detroit had, like it still. I mean, he still prevailed like through all that. Like
Right.
It's just it's crazy to me.
And then like he was playing against the Celtics team. You got guys that are 6'10", long, can shoot. So he's not playing against no scrubs. Like you playing against Larry Bird, like guys, Larry Bird is like that. Like he'll give it to you too. So it's like against any competition, like he's just like he's there, he's ready. You know what I'm saying? So he's just.
Well, I think it was the last episode where Bird was coaching and they hit a shot and everyone in the stands is going crazy, but they zoom in on Bird, and Bird knows there's still time on the clock, and then he knows they have Michael. He knows it's not over yet.
Yep.
And then Michael hits the shot. Like it's just it goes to show you what like playing with someone who's like that. Like you don't really get that feel from watching. You have to be with them.
Yes.
Like and Bird obviously he like you saw it in his eyes. He knew this it was not over.
It was not.
Nah, facts. But you touched on it low, like you talked about teammates. Like, what were your thoughts? Because I know they had that one episode, I think it was the end of episode 7 or something like that, where they were talking about really kind of that whole episode. They were talking about how he treated Scott Burrell and all that. And my dad was even saying like Scott was like he was a good athlete. Like he was a 2-sport athlete and he was good. I think it was baseball that he played and he was good. But like, what do you guys think about like being a teammate and like from your perspective playing sports, and then how he acted? Like, because they showed a lot of film with like bro was giving it to them for sure.
Oh, he wasn't mincing words, and I think as if you're gonna be the best, that's the only way you're gonna get there, is if you have like. I think it's funny that like he was getting kind of hate on social media. People didn't know that he was mean. Like, yeah, you got to be mean. Like, if you're gonna be as good as he is, you're gonna have to have that dog in you. You're gonna have to be mean like that and like push your teammates. And that's what he took that role as a leader on the Bulls.
Right.
And I feel he takes that role in anything, not even basketball. I think that's just he expects the best from you, and he's gonna get it out of you, or you're gonna fail.
You're gonna fail, or you're gonna get punched. You know what I'm saying?
Like the whole story with Steve Kerr. Like Steve Kerr came in there and Steve punched back, and like Michael said, like that he gave my respect from that day forward. Like, and that's what it takes. I think like we've been through it. We've been through grind. Like you get like you gotta like get mad and like
yeah,
it's just it takes that. it takes you getting to your breaking point, your rock bottom, to be able to push through, and that's how you build strong relationships. And that's why you see like he's like the relationship he built with Steve Kerr and like just Scottie Pippen, like throughout the years he pushed Scottie. Like it's just
Right.
that's just how it works.
And I mean, I even relate that to like kind of this season, like especially for you, like Zach, like you dealing with like your back and all that stuff, like how that was hard on you to like, you know, be the player that you really wanted to be. Because obviously we know when you healthy, like we know what you can do, you know. So you was hurt a lot, but it's like you knew that you had to do it for the boys. So it's like you came to work every single day. Like, yeah, you might be off it, but at the end of the day, it was like, bro, I still gotta go and do my job, you know. So it's, it kind of ties back with the whole Jordan situation. Like we know, like yo, we expect Zach to do this and that no matter what, and it's like you took that on. So and everybody else on our team too. So it's kind of like.
Yeah,
Like,
no one back down. That's for sure.
Yeah, bro. There's a standard, you know, and you gotta hold yourself to
Right.
it, and then you gotta just perform because everybody's going through something. So that's big.
Yeah. I thought so. Like on that, like, because my dad was asking me, and what he said at the end of that episode really resonated when he said like, if you like, people might think I'm a tyrant or this and that, but like that's you because like you guys have never won anything, and like that 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 was kind of savage, but like at the same time, like it made sense because like you guys said, like bro, like he like some of those guys, I looked at it like some like this, like some of those guys without him pushing them like the way he did, and without him getting like they wouldn't have won. Like, bro, like look at like Melo's career. Like Melo, great player, but like probably I was talking about that. It's like probably won't ever win a championship. And like, but like there's guys on that team that Jordan, like we probably can't even name that won 2-3 of them things, and that's because Jordan was on him like that.
Yep.
But like I told my dad the same thing. Like you got to act a certain way if you want to win, and like it doesn't matter what it is. If it doesn't matter if it's in practice or if it's in a real game, like you expect the guys that you're with, like the brothers, when you're in the trenches like that, to come up and come through. And so like you gotta simulate that through practice, or you gotta be on them sometimes. And I remember I was telling him like, bro, like there was times like even you low, like in practice this year, I remember I would tell you all the time, stop fading, like, and
me too.
I would get on
that too.
I would get on you because like even though we were playing scrimmages or we were doing like basic drills kind of, but like we wanted to win, like, and so like that competitive edge, like you got to get into guys like that. Like I know like there's times that like I snapped at you, but it was all love because I wanted to see you be great. And like even like I think the freshmen, like there's times that I was getting into the freshmen, but like I wanted to win, but then I also wanted them to be better because I know like we was gonna need them. But like, so that's what I was telling. Like I was telling my dad that because I was like yeah, he may be seen as a bad guy, but like that's something that you got to do to get to where you want to be in. I mean,
well,
bro,
that's what he said. He said that's the sacrifice of being a leader. He goes, not everyone's gonna like you, and that's what he said. Like his teammates were saying, like they were always like every day he came and he was like gonna fight in practice. Like he like would tell Phil Jackson to give him the worst squad.
Yeah.
Like and let him play with him. Like and it's just like he goes to like even like not even basketball. Dude would play golf. Dude would gamble, and he wanted to win.
How many points with the freaking what's his name? The
security guys.
The security guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who said?
Nah, that was comedy. But is this so? Like after watching this doc, I know we've touched on this. I think it's a conversation that everybody has. Like, bro, I was just talking to my boys about this earlier today. But like, does this doc change your opinion on who the GOAT is if you thought it was someone else before, or is it like does this kind of secure like, all right, like he's really like that, like he's really the best basketball player of all time? Because I know everybody this week and past weekend had their take on it, like who's the greatest of all time, who's the best player here and there, and like a lot of the OGs, the Hall of Fame dudes was talking about it, like Magic shared his piece on it and all of them. So does this doc change anything for you guys? Or
Nikola Jokic, Michael Jordan?
I mean, if you're a hooper and you know what it's like, all hoopers, you know already Jordan's the GOAT. Like, there's no debate. There's really none. And
Micah.
Bro, I told y'all, bro. Like I think to me, I mean, granted, I grew up, like I said, like you grow up on guys that you watch. Like my dad was like, I think Magic's the great. He was like, Magic his rookie year took the Lakers to the finals and won it without Kareem. And he had like he was telling me he was like he almost had a triple double basically in the finals as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's who he grew up on. And so I grew up on Bron. Like I think Bron's the greatest basketball player ever. Like, bro, it's Bron. Like we know what Bron is capable of. But Mike is like that. I wasn't not knocking Mike at all. Like that's just who I watch.
No, here's my take on it. I think, well, Lo, I think you got to extend the time real quick. But
yeah.
But I think LeBron, he would definitely absolutely like people ask like who's gonna play in each other's times. Like I think either one of them, Jordan come to these times, Michael or LeBron go to Jordan's times. I think they both kill. LeBron has that in him. You obviously can see that. Like LeBron is great, but like I just think
I don't mean to cut you off, but LeBron has what in him?
The same, like not the exact same mentality, but LeBron wants to win. Like you can obviously tell that. But like I think that's where Jordan has him beat is mentally. Not saying LeBron's because LeBron's mental game's crazy. I guarantee it.
I agree with that.
But like I just think like it was like Jordan could not live with losing. Like he would be absolutely distraught losing. Like not saying Bron like likes losing or anything because I'm sure he hates it, but I just think Jordan was just superior in that level. That's where I think it has. But I think basketball skill wise, I think they're pretty equal, to be honest. But I just
Jordan wasn't shooting threes like that either.
Yeah, but I just think Michael was just the way he competed was just better.
Okay, so let me ask you this before we go on a quick commercial break. The game's on the line. You have 5 seconds left. Down. Who you giving the ball to, LeBron or Jordan?
Ray Allen.
All right. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Do we have any closing thoughts on this? Who's the GOAT, or does it change your opinion?
Lo's mad about what I said, so go ahead, Lo.
Yeah, I just think Zach was talking about how I guess their skills are similar and whatnot, but like, let's be real now though. Like, let's be real. The guy can get to the spots way better, easier. Like, okay, honestly, guys, like,
what doesn't Bron do outside of? I think I agree with Zach. What Zach was saying, the mental side of it. I think the way he do anything. Like they were saying, like, bro, I think. Like you read stories, like I think sometimes he probably was like I was telling my boys like he's like a nut, bro. Like he was like making stuff up in his head like to get him going. Like people were saying like he made up that people said anything.
Bron doesn't do that.
Stuff. Not at all. So I think so, and then that would tick him off. Or like he used like the year that he didn't win MVP when he thought he should win MVP. Like he had that in his head the whole time,
right,
between the end of the season to the finals, and then that's what he used to get off. So like Bron, like Lo said, I mean like Zach said, I don't think Bron really thinks the game like that. Like he obviously thinks the game like very intelligently, but like just kind of get himself going. I don't think Bron does that, but I mean, yeah, I agree with him. I think their skills are very. I don't think there's anything Jordan did that Bron isn't capable of.
All right, next topic, guys.
Oh, bro, speak your piece.
No, bro, if you want to talk, say something, bro. What you got to say?
Are we really talking about?
No, while we were on commercial break, you asked the question. You asked the question. Who last second shot? Who am I taking? I said Michael Jordan.
And who are you taking, Michael?
I said Mike too, because of his mentality.
Bro, there's no shit. I'm talking about, bro. Here, you have the pill. Go win this game for me. Here, you have the pill. Go close this game.
Michael.
All right. Good night. That's all she wrote.
You haven't made a point though.
Basically, what I'm trying to say.
I don't know what you wanted.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is there's levels to this. Michael is 6 for 6 in the finals. End discussion. LeBron's 3 for 6.
I'm still saying Michael is my GOAT.
And when it comes to skills, there's no way, bro. No way. The only and can we really even talk about athleticism? Like who has a slighter edge? Like if we're being real, like
bro, that's what I'm saying. There's like what Zach said, bro.
So
Like so that how can you argue that's not?
Jordan is more athletic than LeBron.
How can you say that though?
I mean, the guy is Air Jordan. We're not calling LeBron Air LeBron.
Hey, bro, we gotta keep it pushing. Mike Tyson at 53.
Mike Tyson at 53, man.
What? So I believe we've all three of us have seen the video. Him going crazy, saying I'm back. What do we think? I mean, do you think at 53 years old he could?
I wouldn't have thought that at all. Seeing that video of him, the way he moves his feet and his footwork and his hips, like he was still using, like it looked like prime Mike. Like it was crazy.
Like, the speed is ridiculous.
Did you see him sparring with the
pads and everything?
Body armor. Dude was his punches were pushing that dude. Yeah. Like it. For $1 million, would you get in the ring with him and take a punch?
Oh, for sure. So I mean,
for $1 million, yeah.
500.
Now, if you're saying that I had to last like if I had to last the whole round, I don't know if I don't know if I'm doing all that.
I'm about to run like Usain Bolt. Hit him.
Bro, you saw how quick he was?
But he's catching you, Lo. He's gonna catch you, bro.
$1 million? Because my net worth is not even $1 million, so I wouldn't even get a ring for $1 million. So
it's not? I thought it was.
Nah.
Your business.
My business. I'm a business.
Dang. So, but yeah, I think he could do it. I mean, I get like sparring and actually doing it is two different things, but that speed is impeccable, bro. Like the way he's moving, that's scary. Like that's really scary.
You see heavyweight boxers now, they don't move. They're not moving like that.
Right.
Like they're too big.
There's levels.
We were talking the other day, Mike. You were talking. I can't remember. It was the UFC fighter. He was like,
oh yeah, what's his name though?
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking to the dude, and you saw him like it's just he knows he's just that's his thing. You can just tell like
right.
He's just bred for that. That's what Mike Tyson was bred for.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro.
He's a killer. Very different. Heavy hand killer, scary guy to get in the ring with. I feel like, if it was today, he'll be able to come in and knock somebody out. I think so. So
Floyd still hasn't lost though.
Yeah, I mean, we all know there's one guy who's never gonna lose, who can never be touched, and that's Floyd Mayweather. But that's a topic for a different day. But yeah.
Facts. All right, so this next segment, I think is really close to home for all of us. But G League versus college. I mean, I think we see now more than ever. That's where guys, high school guys especially, are going that route. Coming from high school and figuring that I'd rather go get the money, go get the bag, than spend that 1 year in college. So what do you guys think? Like, if you had that choice, what would you guys have made? Knowing what you know now, and then like the college experience, I guess. Like, what do you see?
I'm getting my degree.
Okay.
Because getting, I think, a degree is, like, you hear coaches say all the time, I think sometimes it goes for granted, but, like, the ball's going to stop bouncing, whether you like it or not. And you got to have something to fall back on. Like, and, like, I just think that's important. Like Shaquille O'Neal, dude finished, like he had, like, all the money in the world, but he wanted to finish his degree. He went back to school. Like, I think it was before a game or something like that. He had graduation that day and he walked, because that was like something he wanted to do personally, is he wanted to walk.
Yeah.
And like he was like, he went, I think he either missed a game or was like late for a game or something.
Yeah.
But he wanted to be at his graduation and walk, because like that was just so important to him.
Yeah.
Right.
What
about you, Lo?
If I'm a top recruit, let's say if I'm like top in the nation, I'm like that, like I'm going to the G League, because I feel like I can play against guys who are already, and that like have NBA experience, or be around more professionals and be in that professional setting, and then when it comes to the money, it's like, well, like let me look at like my family situation. Like, how are we living? Like, are we struggling and stuff like that? So it's like maybe I can take that leap of faith and just okay, let me secure my family's, financially. At the same time, let me still be playing professionally, and then I can always go back. But I feel like, to be honest, me as a person, like I'm with the just going to school and getting my degree. Me as me, because it's bigger than basketball for me, But I would go to school, get my degree, and then I would, still pursue because NBA is always going to be there.
Well, think of how much a degree is worth. Like, if you really think about, like, because you're not paying, if it's like full ride scholarship, we'll just assume you have one. Like think of tuition. Like, I'm pretty sure at like Cal Baptist it was like 30 something. I'm not really quite sure, but I mean that's a lot of money, man.
I think it was more, but
that's a lot of money. I mean that's, I don't know. I think you'd be crazy not to get a free degree just based off your athleticism.
But there was this thing that is saying, so Jalen Green, he has the option, like, okay, so we know he's in the G League now, but he's still going to have an option to go to school.
I did see that.
Yeah.
And in that case, absolutely go for it. Yeah.
Because the biggest thing, me, honestly, like, if I'm a top recruit, bro, NCAA is whack, So I'd rather just go the professional route, and just do that. Because then look, I'm just a little bit off topic, but like, building your brand, building your name, making money off your name, college athletes not getting paid, like all that is big,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah.
I definitely agree. I think it is dependent on your situation. And I mean, like you guys said, I look at it this way. I mean, the lifespan and your abilities, there's really a small window when you think about it. Like, as far as how long you're really able to play. Like most guys, it's usually like 10 years. Like, I mean, and so you got to think, like, if you have an opportunity to go play, and like they're coming to you like, here, we're ready to sign the contract, we're ready to get you going. Then I think definitely you take that like you said, that leap of faith and go do it. I think because what you're going to learn at that level is probably still similar to what you would learn in college, and maybe even more. I think the weightlifting and all that you get at college, like, is doubled once you get to the league, or you're in those type of training rooms and you're in those type of weight rooms. But then, like you guys said, I think the college experience is priceless. Like, you can't really, like, look at us, like, you can't really put a price tag on who you're going to meet and who's going to really, like, flourish with you as you go on. But like, definitely, like, personally, like, I mean, even if it's the year, go to college. I mean, enjoy your time there, and I think there's there's more learning lessons to be learned when you go that route than just hopping straight into it. But I mean, I think really, like, looking at this and what people are doing now, I mean, I feel like the NCAA is really is kind of in trouble now, because
they're scared.
Their backs against the wall for sure.
Right. Like, kids are, because I mean, we know, like, bro, you're not getting paid in college. So I mean, you get that stimulus check, stipend, but I mean, that's only gonna hold you over for so long. Whereas, I mean, stuff coming in monthly or however it does, that's a lot different. So I think I really think this is going to kind of force their hand, and I mean, they're gonna start having to cough up some money, and
what
start
was the
giving out
number
some shit.
that the G League is gonna start paying? What's the minimum, I guess?
Well, Jalen Green signed a deal for $500,000. That's just for him.
But that's high. That's definitely high end, right?
For sure.
Yeah, but then they released the minimum. I thought wasn't it like, I think it was like 80.
I think 100, to be honest.
No way.
It depends where you are, though. If you're in a 2-way contract, if, like, let's say right now, if somebody just got up right now and then just went on a G League tryout, they're not going to make that much money. But if you're, like, in the NBA system, you're on a 2-way contract, you're making money, though. If you're on making money.
Yeah. That's, I guess, yeah. Like you said, if the deal where they like go to school and play, I think that's a really I guess that would be very popular.
Yeah. And like, you see the what is it called? image and like you can start making money off your name. Like I wish
they just dropped that.
I wish I would have had that this year at CBU. Like, so
But
NCAA.
I think that's only gonna affect a certain amount of athletes.
Right.
Very true.
Because like I know myself, I wouldn't have gotten anything because like I wasn't big on social media or anything like that. I don't think a lot of athletes are, but like I think that's where like they came to talk about like the fairness of it, and I don't care. I think absolutely pay athletes off their likeness. Like I think that's a great idea, but I just think like I just don't think it's gonna be like people think it's a huge deal. Like athletes shouldn't get paid. I just don't think it's gonna be like that big of a deal because I just don't think that athletes necessarily have those platforms and that likeness to be able to make significant amounts of money. Like obviously there are like the Zion Williamsons, like that. Like I think definitely there are some, but like I would say majority of student athletes will not have that experience.
Yeah. Right. That's why you gotta be diligent with all your work and how you go about things. As far as like if you're trying to use that as a platform. 'Cause I know for me, like I feel like I would have thrived on that crazy. Like really though, because I would have, bro. So and I know some other guys too, but I mean it is what it is now. So
Yeah, we didn't even get to finish our season because of COVID. So
right. And on that note, I mean, what are kind of your guys' thoughts about both college and pro seasons for all sports really getting canceled and then them starting up? I just saw today report that they're shooting for like July 15th, I think it is, for the season for them to like start playing at like sites and stuff like that. They call them bubble sites. Yeah, but then I think they're starting to open stuff up like June.
Open it
like
up
for practices. So
ASAP.
What do you guys think about it and your guys' take on it?
Well, I just know like, well, this is high school level, but 2 school districts here in Colorado, they came out and said that they won't have school for the first semester. So that's that's fall sports, that's football, that's gone. And I mean I think that's pretty outlandish. I think that hurts a lot of kids, and I think students should be going to school. Like I know my sister's in high school and she was doing online school, and she's a type of person, she likes being in the classroom and she likes being at school with that social environment. I think that's important. I think
very important.
The quicker we can get back to that, whether that's sports or just life in general, I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you on that too, Zach. Like, I think aside from that too, like, it's just crazy how everything just happened so fast. Like sports stopped, and then kind of, I think now though, athletes are being praised like better though, like on a better look, because now people are starting to understand that like athletes were normal, just like, I mean, I'm saying we, but like it's like the LeBron James, the big time players, like they're normal, just like any other regular person. So it's like once everything stops, everything stops. So I feel like people are starting to understand more like how much athletes play a role in this world. To be honest, once sports stopped, like that's when things started getting more crazy. You see that
everybody started realizing like, this is for real.
Like I'm going to a store by my house and I gotta wait an hour to get inside the store. That's the day after basketball was over. So it's like there's levels, So I feel like all that's kind of plays a role too. But I'm glad things are starting to open up more now. But it's crazy.
Well, it's gonna give a big perspective. Like my dad was just telling me today, I think preseason NFL, they're playing with no fans, or they're playing with fans but at like very low capacity, and they're gonna like input sound and stuff into the television and stuff. I just think that's gonna just give a big perspective on how important like fan bases are to sporting events and like watching games. Because I mean, us as players, we love playing in front of fans. Like it'd be weird if we were playing in an open gym. I know that it would.
Imagine this year if we're playing the events and we didn't have 5,000 people in there, and we just playing against freaking GCU. With
it'd be weird.
Like that's weird.
It'd be incredibly weird. So I just think like I think it's so important that like professional athletes to be able to play in front of people. So I think that's going to definitely affect uh, how I guess players like their level of play during those times, because I just think it's going to be
Right.
very different for a bit there until it gets back to the crowded stadiums and the loud booing and just the craziness of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think it's time to start bringing stuff back. I mean, obviously with precautions, but I mean, it's been crazy, and it's been missed for sure. Like everybody has felt it, and
It's weird.
I mean it's something that like you guys were saying, like it immediately affected us because obviously as athletes, like we felt the effect. I mean, our season got ended, but like looking at how it affected other people, like people look forward to the NBA finals and they look forward to opening day for baseball and all that stuff. And so without it, it's kind of a drag. And so,
Especially in the summer too, because I think
mhm.
that's like the time when it's not, like you said, baseball. I know I love going to Rockies games and stuff like that, and it's just it's crazy that you can't even do that.
And even,
It's pretty
Right.
wild.
even for me, like I was gonna play in the Drew League this year too, so I was so excited, and like it's canceled this year, so it's
Yeah,
like
it's done.
wow, you know.
Yeah.
But yet again, you know, shout out to Jordan because Jordan's one who saved the sports world and put out his documentary, you know, and kind of gave us
Something to watch.
something LeBron
Right.
couldn't do right now. So
Well, that's funny
Hey
because like
man.
people who do like sports betting and stuff haven't had anything to bet on, so they've been betting on like Korean baseball and Russian table tennis, and it's crazy. They just opened up sports betting in Colorado, so that people have been freaking out about that.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, that's all we got today. Appreciated the conversation. I know it got a little bit heated with the Jordan and the goat and in Braun, but
Sorry,
I
love.
mean, it happens sometimes. It happens. But that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Get that out of here. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir.